Charlie Kirk left this earth far too soon. The mission he created endures. In fact, it's growing quite strong. Look at this. Before Charlie's assassination, Turning Point USA had 3,500 chapters with 250,000 members. But since that tragedy, that number has skyrocketed to more than 62,000 new chapter requests. It's remarkable, and it shows the impact Charlie had on young Americans. Joining me now ahead of tomorrow's memorial service, the Charlie Kirk Show executive producer and Turning Point USA spokesperson, Andrew Kolvet. Andrew, it's great to have you, and it's astounding the impact that Charlie is having. His mission continues. What can you tell us about the events of tomorrow?
Yeah, and just one update, Kaylee, and thank you so much for having me. But just one quick update, that number is actually over 65,000
Wow.
new chapter requests now. And I think the event is going to be a continuation of the mission that Charlie Kirk ignited across this country with young people and people of all ages, really. And, you know, we've lost our charismatic founder. We've lost Charlie far too soon. But I want the audience to know this. He left no unfinished business. And he invited all of us to be a part of a vision that was bigger than him. That's what he would do on campus. He would call students and say, be a part of something bigger than yourself. Get outside of your own selfish circle, your own selfish aims and desires, and be a part of something bigger than yourself. And that's what we've all been able to enjoy, walking alongside him, laboring alongside him. And we do not labor in vain. Kaylee, I know you know this. And so we're going to be a part of a vision that's bigger than even Charlie. And he knew that. He was never so arrogant as to think that he encapsulated it all. He knew that it was God's plan, God's mission, and he gave himself fully for that.
Andrew, and you talk about the mission being bigger than him and bigger than what he envisioned. As I understand it, he envisioned his whole life's work ending in 23,000, I believe, Turning Point USA chapters, and you have 62,000 requests, so 3 times what he envisioned. Is that right?
Well, in very Charlie Kirk fashion, a few weeks ago, we were at a retreat, and we were working on a presentation late into the night, and he said, I want a Club America chapter, which is our high school brand, on every single high school in America. Let's get it done. And so he threw out the note. He didn't even know. He said, I want 35,000 chapters at high schools. And, you know, I'm sitting there and I Google it, and I said, Charlie, there's only 23,000 high school chapters. He's like, okay, good. I want 23,000 then. I want every single high school to have a chapter of Club America on it. And, you know, the team was scrambling, you know, knowing how big of a lift that would be. And I know Charlie is smiling down on us right now, yeah, seeing the vision that he cast before the team come to fruition.
He is. And the amazing thing about tomorrow, look, that stadium holds north of 65,000, somewhere thereabouts. But it's going to be millions that are reached. And I want to pull up something you tweeted earlier. I was just told we have more press interest in Sunday's celebration of Charlie Kirk's life and legacy than there is for the Super Bowl. The gospel of Jesus Christ is about to be proclaimed to the largest audience in the history of humanity. To God be the glory. Tell us about that. Larger reach than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's amazing. We've been having meetings at the venue, and there is a lot of consternation that the streams would go down, that this would overwhelm YouTube, this would overwhelm Meta, this would overwhelm X. And I say, as Charlie Kirk would always say, more, more. He was always about more. And it's just so Charlie. I can't, Kaylee, you know this because you knew him personally, more. And so we're working on strategies to make sure everybody around the world can tune in and follow along and be a part of this celebration of a truly unique American legend, an American hero, my friend. And I know he would be amazed at the outpouring of support and interest in this vision and people embracing it.
And I know it hasn't been easy for you and your team to go about doing your job. So I want to thank you, Andrew Kolvet. You guys are really doing an amazing job in honoring Charlie Kirk.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.